Today na the 18th day of April 2023. 67 more days to the general election. Usai, we, the people of Sierra Leone, they decide to say, well, this particular candidate, now we they hand over the staff for make run the country for we for the next 5 years. For make waiting, run the country for we for the next 5 years. Now, so it be happen 2018. 2018, well, the 4th of April 2023, President build on 5 years. That particular day, things that happen. No. Remember saying that day, Parliament decide for do that Finance Act with all in tax them, Well, that particular day, documents they will leak. We show see President Bio say all the other minister the way they fly like am. For cut the wings. No more flying. No more flying. For chop the wings come on. Where fall where they fly. Wetin dem can do? Not to the feather than the roots. The feather. So a lot pull the feather, make enough fly. That's so that they do. I don't know if you know that. Speaking of fall, chicken. You know, the other day, I was just thinking, I say in Sierra Leone, where we able for men fall. Where men fall. For the Musakawa, happy belated birthday, sir. Happy belated birthday. Hope you get them nice. For men fall. A leg of chicken and a can of Coke. Somebody in a salon go say, you dey enjoy life. You dey enjoy yo. Waiting do. Because somebody hold one chicken leg in one can drink. You don't see and say you dey enjoy life. You dey live the best part of your life for chicken leg and can drink. They say, yesterday we'll be going to go get some nice day. And they eat chicken. Why is it not to this administration no more? Why? What's it happen with we Sierra Leoneans them? Where if somebody they drink, I like a soft drink, say, but you don't live life today, you don't enjoy. Or it eats chicken. As somebody want for relate to a life of luxury, as you want to relate to a life of luxury, what did they talk say? Chicken, now they put chicken. Hey, salute. How come to this chicken talk self? Oh, now I they talk about the fly. Yes. I want to talk for the fly. For say a document leak. No, seriously. You know, say it. Now make a tell you to right now because now if you don't turn boy picking more. Local chicken, where at first 70,000, 80,000, you get local chicken. Now local chicken, they go for waiting 150,000, 200,000 for local chicken now. Eh? So maybe now it go don't be more luxurious for you for eat chicken and drink one can soda. But you're not supposed to be so. You know that? You're not supposed to be so. We just hope to say, down the road. Down the road. We people are not going to see chicken leg and can of drink as luxury. Alright. Official overseas travel suspended. For that? For this administration. Official overseas travel. Listen, no, official. They not say personal, but official. The one that government they pay for you. Take note. Official travel, not they come out inside your pockets, not to your money. Not to your money. Yeah? But now that one day now is suspended. That day now is suspended. That one when you want pay for yourself is not suspended. So begin for look and back fine. Jokabs, if you know comment be embassy. Jokabs say, Basi Kawarabi say, if they make a president, they go bring chicken farm na saloon. Really, during the 2018 campaign. Well, help me because I get chicken then I'm a farm. Me na local they do. We don't begin to stock them up anyway. Mabin Tiawa, Daniela. Now you talking a poverty mentality. What the foreign minister today say anybody will see President Bio, say it a fly, it 2 months. He say na poverty mentality, dandy. Now, if somebody hold a leg of a chicken and a can of a soda, they say it a live life. He say na poverty mentality. And he just say he say na poverty. And they bring people and so to the lowest for see chicken leg as enjoying life. MLK back say na poverty. Okay. Well, I make some man at the chicken waste. Yes, the chicken waste. I need to eat. I can't remember. It was difficult for me for take them off my mind the day I go market. Where I see them pack chicken waste per heap. I sue family and they buy them back. And they say, brother, they get flesh. Oh, they go up and don't say chicken waste, you know they eat her. They say if you eat her, they talk too much, you know able to keep secrets. But now, all part by the chicken. So therefore, righteousness, thank you for the stars. All who they eat now. It's seriously though. No, so they be say. Oh, they come up. And say if you eat chicken, you need keep secrets. The Congo are bad. All things. I see again. I say the puller. But now, they sell them by heap. You see Fujala say follow self right now don't turn luxury back. Well. Hey. Usman he say na because the saloon people in broke, I made them they see a leg of a chicken and a can of a soda as luxury. Okay. I fly bring that talk they can inside. But let's talk small line. The document a leak. Then first, we need for agreement a leak. Because this one, the 4th of April 2023, we president be 5 years in office. And they say, hey, una already fly. Officially, when a government they pay for una stay at home. Una stay at home. From Uda, the secretary to the president. Now he writes when Julius F. Sandy, he addressed them to all ministers. Ministers of states, deputy ministers, all permanent secretaries, and all head of ministries, departments, and agencies, MDs. All. Now I get this one. Then there is a side note. I say this now for maintain order over the next 3 months. For maintain order. There is a side note there. I believe so you don't see it. The side note say for maintain order. It look like same man they know the disorder. Man they know the disorder. So they need for maintain order. As she said, they actually say, what about poultry chicken now? The cost of chicken per carton now. Yusuf will say, for always get oil. I live. Will they talk about the suspension of official. And there is a side note. Say the cause of this now for maintain order over the next 3 months. Who that done the disorder? Uda is sabi we done the disorder. Yusuf say for always done the replace Binchaka and breed. Yusuf left. Okay. And say bread and for always, you say bread and butter. Alright, so. For maintain order. Official overseas travel. Okay. Then copy the Honorable Vice President, the Secretary to the Cabinet, and the head of the Civil Service, the Director General, Human Resource Management Office, HRMO, the Secretary to the Vice President, the Financial Secretary. So then copy the Vice President. Then copy in Secretary. Okay. Financial Secretary, Director General, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and International Cooperation. This is a short one. Official overseas travel. His Excellency the President, now he telling me for write this letter. For say, the suspension of all official, listen to the word official, that are the one where government they pay for. The one where government they pay for. Official. They not say suspension of all overseas trip. Not to all overseas trip. We mean to say official, not official, you know for go. No, this is like official. Where they bill government. when a government you dey make pay for her officially. Official overseas travel by ministers, ministers of state, deputy ministers, and heads of department with effect from Mustem the 30th of April 2023, unless advised otherwise. As it is right now, all the way, ministers or deputy ministers or ministers of state or head of department or MDAs or no more official. Knock out with that performer they safe. So Ministry of Finance, they can't tell and say, oh, you get this symposium, or oh, you get this tourist business. You get this tourist business to this country. We want go sell the country. We want go bring tourists then come. We want go hey, hold on, keep on there. Yes, we try to bring order because what you do, man, they know the disorder. I don't the disorder by the finance. So man, they all say what to not austerity. We smell austerity, my dear. Paupa no they do austerity. Na tolongbo na denge austerity. And then get her. Now knock out austerity to Paupa today. Una knock out austerity to Paupa tomorrow. Paupa say na suspension then do per official overseas trip. If you want for travel for go overseas, my dear, pay for yourself. Somebody text me say, bra, this you don't let to. You don't let. No, you don't let here too. Because man can still fly. Whatever you can save in the next 3 months, but I don't go say 3 months save. Because na 67 days now left for election. Per the side note. The side note. You say 3 months. On and be check and find. Is to maintain order over the next 3 months. But I take them passports there. No, no need for take because I not say they not for fly. They say no more. If you want for fly, no mistake safe. Car with you bill na for can say government for pay. I see some people and they say, oh, now because the minister then they fly. No, they not stop there for fly you. Officially. Take note of the word. Official. But still yet, you get to take excuse, even if na pas si c'est medical. If okay, I know they build the government, but I still want go. If I know I build the government, but I still want go. Who do I get for go take permission to na chief minister? Or this they just put the word official name. But I mean say, bra, official, not official, you need to go. Because you need for take permission. Can say, you know, see say President Bio say no more official. He say, but not official. No. He say, you know, see say President Bio say no more travel. Any minister say, but not official travel like they go power. Now my family, you know, say in the end, me picking, if I go college, so now I make a need for the day. He say, no, bra, you need for stay here. Because what you do, you don't do 5 years in office. You need for yourself, you need for to go and tell people like what you don't do inside this 5 years. How you want left we now go? So now for go explain, you explain? No. Not so if you go explain, you explain. You explain for yourself. He say no na me granny no well I want fly and go. Na medical you use. I want use. He say no. But we are not official. I not ask sooner for let the government pay for me. Me I they pay for me granny logo. Me granny na help me. Help me. Okay. Mais Moussa say, he said triple. He said me I dey bet you. Most of them government officials they not get mind buy tickets for private travel. They all can use the government resources. Even if not in personal travel. Now that's make way them ban them so. They get for sidom. Because for let them spend that 3,000 G's for first class mba igo bokum. Sala say he say bra, he say the suspension is too late. Okay. That's how someone Musa they talk soon. I don't tell you say ministers in this administration for pay that SUV price that toll gate on 4,000 news. They no one do. I told get to when a 4,000 news they no one do. And say because then a minister why them for pay? Why? Isa Koma, welcome. Isa, I call you 3 times. You know I call you 3 times. Sunday, I see you. When the camera catch the bow, when they rally, you are not even man enough for say, hey, bo, no, this is wrong. In your eyes, there's a people that they ever do something wrong. Instead, I read the comments. He say, this, the APC there, then go and capitalize on this now. Like seriously, Uncle Isa. Sometimes, when we see the reality, let us talk am. Let us talk am. I can always tell una say, una they support them political party. Now una na the problem. Now una. Because una see true, na they talk. Right. Someone they say inolate. Someone they say elite. My dear, may I say inolate. That last minute tune. Forget that one day. Forget that last minute tune. You remember what thing be happen? 2018? Where parliament, the last parliament. Yeah. What thing the one they did not do? 99 years, contractual and sign on it. Then pass bill. So last minute, bruh. Leone sit down house. Leone sit down. For say if it been better if they do it sooner, yes, I think so. I think so. For do it sooner, yes. But that no me say because they do it now. Oh, well, if they not be do it. Usman Bobanga said triple. You want to tell me say you not get political party where you like? I will tell you that outrightly. Now get up at today, Alec. Suffer how they suffer today, and they all. Eh? Jerome left. Eh? Jerome left. Jerome said, he said that the Minister of Education ain't go complain to the pa. Eh? He said pa. He said, all man they catch pa mi femu. Any minister now they ask her, now the free quality education I they talk about. He said, even the agriculture minister. Eh? The agriculture minister, they ask her, they talk about free education. Even the one responsible for public works. Eh? He says, when they ask her, say, they go to them, this and that, so he say, equality education. Okay. The letter address ministers, all the MDAs them, but you not address the president. Again, how you go address the president when the president say? Eh? The secretary to the president say, he said that the president na say. Nobody know for gonna do again officially. On est pay. On est pay. Ah, come on pay. Is it that to no get money? Now we go feel a pass all. Eh? Whose ministry? We go feel a pass all for this man. Not taken by ministry now. Eh? Eh? By ministry. Me, I suspect the Ministry of Tourism. I me suspect. The Ministry of Tourism now suspect. Say where they go for Sidon. Where they look this way, then they feel I'm say, but by April 30, then say no more official travel. And look at how that thing get for happen. Now then Sabi go, na England, na Paris, na Dubai. Eh? All side and go set table. And go set table. Na me afisi na dege for filabo. Moi Musa say, infil say na education. But nothing say this day for education no. This is not there for the education ministry. Me na so me think in order for education ministry. The education minister first and the president in landing boy. I must say president Biodon go no go with the minister of education. Law count ba. Eh? This is not there for amu. Eh? President Bio grab right now for go. But education de bien na. The ministry the way get this letter, they sabi themselves. Then they look themselves, pin and they look themselves, then shake their head and say, "Who no say now we?" Eh? Now we bang, now who get this letter? Some answer and think say na the foreign ministry. The foreign ministry. Professor Francis. Eh. He don't fly reach tourism. Who no they see tourism, eh? How about can you get the town more? What about the first lady? You see in office lady? What a ministry do? Yeah? Eh? So, all the one they call other ministries then. Mohammed come say, thank you for the stars. In a month, tourism in a month. Huh? I doubt if months they will don't go one tourist place. Say then go put table for salon. Eh? Hey. Ministry of Sport. Well, salon get game again. Then the real thing go tell me that. Eh? Ministry of Sport. Minister of Trade is travel. Travel. Me not sabi there for travel. Unless if then they go Mongbe, they not make we know. Because I not sabi Ministry of Trade for travel. Me the server all na Ministry of Tourism. But they go and set the table outside. Eh? Yeah? Okay. Jerome say anytime JJ Safa ask for the Minister of Tourism, and they say upset. Chief Minister, he fly? Eh? Usman Bobango they ask if the minister they not travel. How them for bring development for we? And so they say now development and go carry it. Because I then they travel pass all where Sabi. Eh? Melan Banks they ask, he said people, why you hold on to the Minister of Tourism no more? But I go check the travel record. Go check the miles. And when they go first, they go one no. Ministry of Tourism, National Tourist Board, and even Monument and Relics, they all the fella. They one and they crowd big. If you pick in travel, then just copy and do. But anyway, there is a reason for this. The entertainment industry, I beg you there. Mostly, thank you for the stars. The Agriculture Ministry will go Vietnam for go bring the rest. Okay. You should say, it's like that Canada Ministry of Tourism they fly with. No, me, VP not can fly so. I will come and say if not to civilize austerity measures, then they pull so small. Moy Musa say, he said this Toram, he not think say this press release necessary. It was not press release, it was a situation release, sit rep within themselves, but he leak anyway. Eh? He said because working all day again, nobody know they travel at this time. Probably. They don't know say some minister not get for survive next election. Eh. Okay. Abdul Kamal, thank you for the stars. Well, now listen how AYVB reports this one, yeah? After the document leak, straightforward. President Biodon tell me say, la tell una say, no more official travel, overseas travel from the 30th of April, the last day of April. Simple, straight, and forward. Eh? Okay. Now listen.
What seems to be a confidential document released on the 4th of April only came to public view weeks after it was released. The release titled Official Overseas Travel is a directive from President Bio on the suspension of all official overseas travel by ministers, ministers of state, deputy ministers, and heads of departments. Speaking on the rationale for the suspension, Minister of Information and Communication says it is geared towards providing heads of MDAs opportunity to join the president to account to the public on their service over the last 5 years.
On the verge of completing his first term in office.
On the verge of President Bio, we don't complete in first term in office. Listen, no. Raman Swari, Minister of Information. Now they explain to us so why these directives come up from President Bio for say official fly in order again for the ministers them. Listen.
He has put ministers, deputy ministers, heads of departments and agencies in place. They have been part of his team.
So, because all them people are MDAs, ministers, heads of department, and department, agencies, all we they under government payroll, even the permanent secretary, they all. What's where you want fly? Where you say official? Now government and the right to check they give you. Una all no more fly. President Bio say don't serve in first time done. Una say for can give account to the people there. That's true. Who go call and just and then they can give account and go balance, they no go clicker. This na koju. You for day physically. Because you go say self out you make phone call. No, but this you for day in person. So that way the president go on the thank you tour, the convoy go big. Because if you go who that can buy them gas standing for the ministers then? They can bill the Minister of Finance or they pay them weekly quota. Anyway, let's continue for listening.
So it's all about fair that these team members are on ground as His Excellency makes his final summation to the public.
So, if fear for say, them people here, they don't work with President Bio for the last 5 years. So, then for they on ground, the press release say official. But to waiting the minister they tell us now say this not be official only, even personal. He said it is fair for making themselves stay on ground. Why not put official now on the press release? Una collect them passport? No, we no need for. We don't talk and done. Okay. If you not follow the president way they up and down, well just no say if the president win and back, hey, you na X. Let me cut now, Hey, the convoy big say. Who are they inside now? Who are they in a touch line now? All the man they ain't gone for say, but if we make the next one, na me go inside. So they follow the power side. Okay. For stay on ground, it's fair. This not be official only. Continue.
As he makes his closing arguments, some of them might be quite critical in that process.
So he said, as President Bio they making closing argument, some of them people here, they get a critical role. Wait to. Beaucoup de President Bio they go na parliament before he can go talk. Beaucoup pas the thing away they talk. All them people away they say enough of lies so again. Not to true then can tell the pa. Yeah. We eat here, we stay here. He said, pa, I want to do number 1, number 2. Do outside you know. We eat here, we stay here, we drink the water here. We want to do number 1, number 2. Do and day. Watch what you see, don't pa. Space day. Sometimes you not take notice. Okay. Now listen.
They might need to give expert opinions. They might need to.
President's Bureau, where he go to tell the people what he don't do. Then people are go get critical role for play. They might need for give expert opinion. At the end of the game, they might need to give expert opinion. When? Okay, what's here again?
Themselves participate in the discourse. So it's only but fair that they are all at hand. They are within country. And so
Then some go participate in the discussion. So it just fair make them they around. You be say I go to granny. You are critical to the explanation of President Bill for Guy. You are critical, so you need for stay at home and help the pa sell the market. You get for help the pa for sell the market. Hey. Okay.
that they can be reached by members of the press. The public can inquire from them.
Okay. Then for there around, members of the press for able to reach them, the public for able to reach them. Oh, now we campaign 10 days. Therefore make themselves available. But wait too. Why make the Minister of Information they say they? You know, say we. We can make ourselves available so that members of the press can reach us easily, so that we can help President Bio. Maybe we are critical to that. Why they say we? Why they say they? Okay, now mix. I don't want to fly too much. He not can fly so. I want to no more. Okay. They, we. Anyway, I learned the English self.
To give an account of their stewardship.
For make them give an account of their stewardship. For make we give an account of our stewardship. No, the minister no mix day. The minister no mix day. I go can put himself inside. He no can fly soon. He all tell him that radio station they talk. So now make it explain and that way they. Okay.
This is a summation of all of these that represents His Excellency's giant strike.
The suspension.
No. His Excellency in giant strides. Okay.
Which hopes to last till after the elections, could be considered as part of the government's election campaign plans. And this the Minister of Information could not deny.
Listen, yeah? You hear the first part. Let us listen now, the minister.
Definitely has to do something with it. Like I mentioned, His Excellency is making his closing arguments. He has been on seat for 5 years now.
The closing arguments on la campaign. Now the minister they try for talk so. The closing argument where they talk about na campaign. Like when you talk earlier. Because this is not for let the campaign, let nobody no go na do. Let we all can campaign. So then is how they go, but appear so they no so reach. Or can scatter, or can spread the wings.
He is running for re-election.
President is run for re-election.
For which is already in pole position.
International
suspension, where there is compelling justification for a travel that can be done on a case-by-case basis.
So if you get for go by force, if you think say this travel here, you need for travel and bing, so you get for go put your case across. You explain why you think say you for travel, you know for the pan campaign. You say now case by case. First of all, Ministry of Finance go look up and say, we will not get money for the idle travel, they say first. Now make I tell you, see, we don't know, we say, well, the Minister of Education, I tell you, no go area. Then get education summit today. Yesterday, the minister don't left. And get tomorrow, today, the minister they left. Because you know, say, now the flagship program. So this one, me triple say Ministry of Education no mix. Because now the president in landing boy, they the president. Neck. The connect them. The connection there. Okay. There you go.
As I speak to you, we have our Ministry of Finance, the NRA.
Ministry of Finance. NRA, na give money. The NRA,
The Bank of Sierra Leone.
You call Bank of Sierra Leone? Where that's what the acting back governor. Where Papua New Leone? Where? Okay, na Bank of Sierra Leone call anyway.
Team at the spring meetings in DC, they might not be here before the 30th, but even if they are here before the 30th,
you know, NRA they all in at DC. I'm back to me. What the
Bank of Sierra Leone team at the spring meetings in DC, they might not be here before the 30th, but even if they are here before the 30th, other delegations might go where the reason is compelling.
You know, into the area, okay. If not for money, forget it, then they go. Why they tell now say, I sabi the ministry, we get this. Jejalo, thank you for the stars. And I tell us I sabi the ministry, we get this. But I don't understand. The one them we're gonna DC right now. NRA, Bank of Salon, not for money business. Then they go. It's if other one they come, we're compelling. Then they go. Let our bank say, oh, we want for meet. They say, no, they pas campaign. For money. That person like go so full. It doesn't have president be yourself they go. They say that the president they want to see. He left the campaign for say let man go hustle first nado. I'm tired.
Where the justification is beyond board.
The justification for travel. He get for way. The strives to campaign or what see they go bring come. Tourism himself, he not get mindself for go see. Who get na Paris, one go make table. For why they go make table? How much people they don't carry it? Yeah. He first right time see they watch them no more. They watch them. See, okay.
If it's going to profit the country more than it's going to cost her, and there's reasonable justification for it.
If the travel will cost the country more, and it get reasonable justification, but right side don't camp and come. It has come to come. You have to go before the Ministry of Finance. You have to go to Chief Minister. You go explain. Say we need this. The country need this. I need for go. Mba. Okay.
This president is very reasonable.
Is everything? Talking back, ba?
This president is very reasonable.
Me granny say, you talking back a big.
This president is very reasonable.
No dear. Okay. Reasonable. Talk about bro. My name must hear you word.
This president is very reasonable.
Alright. Ura Isa. No dear. Okay. Now they go. Now left that side.
The president is reasonable.
You talking about?
They can always grant a case by case review of those matters.
Consider
It can always grant a case by case review of the matter then they. Okay. All right. President is very reasonable. So when you come, if na value for money, no worry. Wahala no dey. Value for money. Case by case. We dey review am. Reasonable private jet. Reasonable. Anyway, the president is very reasonable. Okay. We will not be understand. You don't understand now. Now we all eat. Now we all walk. Let we all explain to the people them. You might be critical. You might get forget technical advice. These are the words of the information minister. And this president is very reasonable. Welcome on board, friend. What do you get for me, sir?
Yeah, thank you very much, Triple A, for giving the platform, and thanks for talking me through regarding this latest news where you say leak regarding this travel cost and spending cost. Well, what do you mean they see now, like when they say executive review? Because you see the government, get the parliament day. But here now the government and the executive side with the see message they come up. Which is in the review spending cut. But the review of spending cuts and they try to tell we in a different form based on whether don't can do the communication, whether we don't get for listen to recently when the Minister of Information. But you always don't see the challenges because even the weekend we discuss about the funding squeeze would on the kind side, most of the country they now our West Africa, but especially we, and you compare them with spending squeezing, relatively what they get if you know the boku what they kind inside and what they develop for get for let go. If you not do what you get for do now for do squeeze you spending and cut and down. But if the what thing they always happen, like I'll be talking the policies that will always the government they put in place from outside the beginning development take go. But here is the problem now, wherein the policies that we don't see they go on, but past years, then this regime, we see they're not consistent, especially when it comes to the monetary side, when our money and economy side will develop. Because when we talk here, we talk of increased cost of living, we talk of the strength of the dollar, we talk of how people in life structure. Then you the question say now, then they assume politics. And when then they assume the politics and come govern, say most time the policies that you get for put in place that for make life better. Because that now most one way you will talk of democracy making a policy, that policy they for no say it reflect on the lifestyle of the people that we vote you in. And we then they expect that policy they for make their own life better according to their own interest. And the interest that you get for see which people and they live on. So, but if you don't feel all the areas there, most policies they bring push towards the monetary side in terms of for you get economy for will grow, how money be exchanged, not value too much. Because when they say now about democracy or you talk of say inequality, not all man get. See, but that equality, that level. But in any society, see people in different ways, do everything different. But most time, how the politicians, they can't inside when they don't elect there, they always ignore. And when you ignore anything their own policy, because we see how the policy will then will say, well, this that policy will bring equality small bit. Or it will bring a kind of small taste of people then go able to live a life where you say they expect say then they depend on for say I no go hope I just really know say I go get them but at ever look because not to all man because when you talk of equality mean say all man go get everything at the same time. But the point is, they actually not to all man because you they get only a certain people who will say I get everything. But the point is that now this equality now if for there inside you law, in other words, you find a way of pushing. It's a difficult concept, but the concept was equality. And you say, why everybody go be equal? No, it can't be possible really. But the point is that now if for be waiting government will take in any decision when they look and they control the growth. Because once you put them in the way where in the one way they say able for afford, they afford the same thing what other man they open are able for afford. You go see in other countries. You go see, go buy the same thing. The only amount now, either you buy more or goods that like you say ostentation, will not just value, will not just want. But the goods of needs and the things of needs, now in the people, now in they call equality. So it all means that all man get boku, but when then they feel things that then they kind inside, they begin to look say, oh, a democracy, and for little more we will get a trust. The trust is for come from the people them. But the trust always it happen, and the trust of the economy, wherein then the politician then the trust to the party. So they perform to the party, even when they can't get speak that trust to the party because the party go trust her, they get that job they back, or he go trust this person here. So the trust that they in between them, and when the trust that they in between them, now passional one, when one person they think no more say, now me no more, the way now I go able to get inside this game. So it become like a game. So during that price of that game day now, you see say the trust when the people they forget, they don't they get them from una. So now they try to forget the trust between una party or una government. So now that thing there, they always they feel say they don't put all strategy. They say law will reduce the spending or law bring the finance act so that we will get more income from the taxation and now law will see a way for cut down. But if it sees is the flying, then he bring the idea of say now for let them go get accountability. Well, accountability you might say according to waiting that accountability now for let them go tell what that they do. You begin to doubt back, but at the same time the expertise knowledge they need them or something for other reasons they begin to say exception. Then you begin to doubt now say, but whatever it is, it's money being stopped using. So if he effective now, it's up to whatever. But the question again, on the other hand, guys, even if not the strategy say now a method of cutting down and spending, the actual word of austerity, where then they fear for use, then they use other words where it means like he talk about in they say you and yours, then are theirs, not to we. So you see the point of, say, you always change that concept there. And when you begin to change a concept as a leader, wherein you can inside say an austerity or the method of the word austerity, I would use another form that would just come out. You see, because being a man with experts in language, or because of the trust we then get, and because if you look at in background, a very good literature student, we form a committee and an FBC. So you see most of the time an extract of how literature terms and they go, I go able to deal with people and for talk to them. But when it comes to the actuality, the trust of the people, the day. So when you look at, when they talk about austerity, now just either whoever don't stop say, well, the way would they use this particular side, we own culture, that word they are superior, not a good word for we. But every day in every politics, then they talk, when they talk of cuts, funds, raising, now in then they bring inside. When they talk no more, will they undergo austerity? Will they take austerity measures? So they could be even throughout your regime, and you could be well off. So, but the idea is, then they try to say now, you don't see the banking and the economic crisis. It don't come so much that it don't like a tailspin, like when dog is in tail, they shake, it don't become worried. It become a tailspin to weed down. What thing then they do now, desperation, then they try to and go for cope with this level of debt, what don't they beyond people comprehension, will not even understand. Beyond, because you see the debt level. So because of all this expression for cope with this level of debt, beyond people understanding, now what's a big problem now with what do they face now in terms of the economy, with the pound and the dollar or the exchange rate, you see how it drop, it go drastically. But you know, we'll say not to because of the outside shock, but you go try to ask again the way that numerical, that double way they increase. That are the question they ask why they go up in other areas. Waiting then they do. This is the question. Not that there is no economic problem, no the day, or inflation, no the day, but how the growth of the inflation they go, how the curve they go. That's not the problem with people in the safe now. But as long as they will look, then depth there, because it's like a nightmare now. Nobody know they understand. The worst nightmare is some people they can't afford the 3 meals. The worst nightmare every day, and the worry say, we don't buy market, no go buy again because the dollar will not go reach for voting exchange. These are the nightmares now, because the challenges them when they bring come, they don't cut back the people in hope. And the people in hope, they feel say that existence, that lifestyle, for them they look say you polish the way you go come with people and vote and elect you. But when actually you unlock again, say from your own concept as a government, when I go say when I get a kind of something or global issue or something we come or an event or something we come for come and bubble the economy. But how una go handle them? And that one they always una go try, because how una go handle them is what the people always they expect. Because now that then they expect the ship. But if you they steer the ship, then the ship they always try to tell people and say during this show they go, we don't meet the big story. And the only thing no more we just get for beer. If he broke, they will get for try for land now for swim. If to everybody able for swim, during that time with that boat they can't hit because there is a crisis there, but there is no other route. So the only way you go say, well, Lord, before we don't know, we don't look, say, would they travel this route? Would they expect, say, in case that water they cut, would they meet stone, will not go float past, will not all go get life jacket. So you get to the life jacket, you present them. So these are the strategies you get for introduce. So if you bring them late, we say money for don't stop, then you bring them now, people then go appreciate them. But then we'll just see if now for cut down spending relatively this 64 months, days we don't left, how many you go able for reflect now on the economy? Or like how then they say, is it a campaign strategy or now just another political strategy inside there? Or something or something, then they suspect, oh no. I know they say people they want to run away. I know they say people they want free. But the idea is how government get for try handle anything there, for try look between how funded no the car again. Go IMF just on Friday last week, I been mentioned on Saturday, they don't write a transcript where they give to the IMF African head. We for go give them for sure. They say now the title then call them big funding squeeze. So if they title a script where they don't go give all them sub-Sahara president their thing from Friday now they finish and go don't issue to them say this now una for do. Now the policy that una for try take. Well, again, then we'll just say, well, this is something when our funding squeeze. So if funding squeeze, we expect for do spending squeeze. Because then when they learn to now money, they tell una the article, the script, what they write for una for girl man, the title funding squeeze. Funding, now we the fund una is squeeze. Other areas is squeeze. But because of the debt, because right now 21, don't go mix them back. I been mentioning here. So I don't know if now we among the 21 because we're not big in sub-Sahara, and then they can consider for give. Either they will help or they not will help. But what's in the plan for bring down people and for show now how una for do for let una go push it. Where una go talk about the bank, how the policy then go they will own policy back now the government, how una go able for put them in place so that the government will for go. But these are all strategies that they always say politicians and they bring come and they deviate, come off from the route when they do when they say now policy they will develop, then they go for a policy of self-interest, you know they get the interest of the public, that public interest now in a government, now in a democracy, not to foresee now cheap thing. On a thing willing for sacrifice so that our nation will go before. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, Usfriend.
You're welcome. Yes, sir.
I want to tell Usfriend thank you for your submission today. If you meet we will talk about the travel. We don't suspend for ministers them. Heads of departments them and agencies. Welcome on board. Usman Toli, you get the platform, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, AAA, for having me, and thank you very much, Osfred, for your comprehensive analysis. And once more again, if you just join the program, today we will talk about how the President, His Excellency Julius Maada Bio, don't decide, say, it will restrict foreign travel from the 30th of April this year. So that topic they will deal with today. Me go look at this from two perspectives. The reason why the president decided for restrict MDAs then for travel outside the country nearer to the time of elections, me they look at them from two perspectives. It could be possibly a strategy for letting concentrate on the election campaign. That's one of the possibilities. But I go elaborate a little bit more on that. Or possibly, you can argue, say, now a way for bring about some form of clever and silent fiscal austerity. We look at them. So these are the two ways we may look at them. Let's start with a strategy for concentrate on the election campaign. As we all know, the election for paramount chiefs them as member of parliament at the 20th of May next month. So we're not far again. And we all know say the election date now the 24th of June, which is literally just over 2 months to go. So when you look at them, I think say this is a crucial time for the government, very crucial time for everybody in the country, including the citizens themselves. So everybody answers for day on deck. As we all they call on the citizens them for let them pay attention, focus on the issues them. I believe say themselves understand say now they for pay attention to the campaign for make sure say then get their strategies them right in order for get the results where they then desire for. I think say now one of the key strategies and they put everybody hands on deck, making sure that they get the results we then get. I mean we don't listen to the Minister of Information when Raman Soare don't come explain to we say the president want make sure say everybody they on board. I mean all the members the way they don't support this government, where they don't work for this government throughout the tenure of office, when 5 years, they all put their hands on deck for ensure say where the president they go on tour for letting for thank you tour, I will call them, for letting all able for give their own contribution towards the political campaign. That could be a possible reason why make the president declare this. But I somehow agree with, to some extent, I agree with what Osfred say in terms of austerity measures, because we all know there's no doubt about this. There's no secret about this, that the country at this point in time is crucial, not only for the government, also for the citizens then. We all know there's a cost of living crisis in the country. We all know the macroeconomic management fundamentals then very weak. We all know that. We know say inflation very high in the country, no doubt about it. That everybody in the country, they complain in terms of the inflation. We all know say, I mean, the exchange rates, they continue for depreciate. And the most interesting thing is that the debt to GDP ratio is very high. In other words, what will they try for talk now? Yeah, the debts where the government don't take, when you compare them to the ratio of, to that of the GDP, is very high. And it is essential for let people that know say, when we talk about the debt to GDP ratio, now some investors then they look at. And even people away we want to give money. I mean, you talk in terms of some of the international community where sometimes they want to give you grant or give you money. Then they look at the debt GDP ratio. And if the GDP debt ratio, then go put the country at a critical point. So investors then they measure the country ability for make future payments on in debt based on the debt per GDP ratio. Let me just give you a quick figure. I think in 2021, the debt to GDP ratio is about 79.29%. That's massive. That's massive. So the reason why they argue, say it could be a very silent and clever way for bringing some form of austerity measures. But don't forget, some of these politicians are very clever. For them to come on radio or TV for accept say, this austerity measure at the dying minute, approaching to the election, I think it will be very stupid of them. It will be very stupid of them. But I totally agree with some of the comments they were there. I think some of these measures should have been taken long time ago, because we all know some of the macroeconomic policies they wouldn't take is fundamentally flawed. Some of the they are fundamentally flawed. We talk about the bank governor, some of the measures that we take to a very large extent. We all know say people and they still continue to surprise at some of the measures them where the bank governor take. And as it stands now, we don't even know, we don't get a clear road path as how the monetary policy they go in the country. So all of these factors combine for make the macroeconomic situation of the country out of management. It just continue for make the cost of living crisis worsen. It make the exchange rate, we all know, it depreciate. Today we are talking about the dollar rate is over 20,000. The pounds is almost about 27,000 or 727 Leone, if you like. So it's a very difficult situation, especially at the time when the country they approach elections. So this is the time that we say we have to be clever for every policy we will take. We got to be very clever. We got to mind the language we will use. Yeah, because anything we say at this point in time, it will go against you, because people and they listen, people that will not make them mind it, still they listen to what they come up. You know, we still get for wait for listening to the manifesto promises them. Yeah, possibly some debate get for kind side. So there are a lot of things them we and get for be mindful of. But the bottom line is that we have to be, we the citizens them we get for watch and listen to what they have to say. Because at the end of the day, all of this, it affects me. Again, they affect me in the sense that we all know see the projected economic growth for 2023 to 2025 is on average, mere average of 3.8%. And for a country where they aim for reach a middle income country by 2035, I think this is looking very doubtful, because don't forget, we target Naya by 2035, the country for reach a middle income country, which I look at the way how we economy they grow, look at all of these macroeconomic fundamentals we have been telling about, I think it's very much doubtful. So to me, for summarize, it's not a secret that these are the two possible outcomes. One could be a civilized way of calling for an austerity measure. That's not one. And secondly, it could be a strategy for them pursue the political campaign, wherein they want to get everybody on board in order for push forward the policy system, for push forward the campaign promise system. So I don't get much for say. I just wish Sierra Leoneans get for be wise, pay attention to the issues them. You get for evaluate what is good for you, what is good for the country. You get for put your country first. Don't listen, don't fall into the political traps them way then they come. There will be a lot of then get for come. So we get for pay attention for ensure say we get the best out, because to be honest with you, they're almost the same. But Lord try get the best out of the rest. Lord try get the best out of the rest. This is no time for let you ignore politics, because whatever decision with them people that take, it affects me. So if for say me not interested because they are all the same, it's out of the equation. But Lord try for see what they're gonna come up with, then we choose the best out of the rest. So I will stop here. I'll give a chance to my fellow panelists. Then thank you very much, AAA, and thanks to everybody with the listening. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Usman Toli.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. We want to say thanks to Usman Toli for Ion submission today. If you just come inside, President Bill don't direct the secretary for make it tell all the one who can fly le cam for say flying do so. They all for stay home, make then talk about the good work what they don't do. Now you can meet with the talk about today. Just in case. Welcome on board, Alpha. You get the platform, sir.
Yeah, Triple, thanks for having me. And I want to say a big thank you to Osfren and Mr. Tolly for their good analysis. For me, the first way come na my mind in this whole analysis way I contribute to the mixed bag. That's why I will call them. They get different feelings from in different form. But first one we come, I will underline austerity. This now means at which the previous government starts that austerity, that word we come inside. I remember one time we'll do na this platform where you say should this current regime announce austerity or not. We may make them very clear say this regime will never announce austerity because they use it as a campaign tool. But we don't see they don't begin do so. I think na a line of what we call austerity. Another thing we, like I said, a mixed bag we come na me radar. I think na income. Yeah, it's either we don't get low income now we bank and government not get money for fund most of them governmental travels, them with the minister, then they do in and out of the country. So that could be another thing. Another reason again, like I said, a mixed bag. I will continue for say this word till I done the presentation. Until I continue for done the presentation. Again, now for let them focus, let the minister then focus on the election. Maybe that's another factor. But again, that's be not all man go focus on the election, because whether you like it or not, people get other things they for do. Yeah, so even if then they cut down, say ministers, they not travel. But again, the big question is this measure cover the president? Is only for ministers, and what they call the president not inside, because the president don't travel more than all the ministers them as far as we concern. Yeah. Or the last point where I will get for can talk on maybe now the president yearly, or we people they cry say if for cut down in travel and waiting and call the travel expenses too much. Maybe now it can and yes for Lekki yearly that one day. But I come back to my point them triple A quick because of time. Any country or any nation where they run their economy based on foreign income, foreign donor income, that country did not get any base. Anytime where the donor locking hand, the country they go for a problem. In development, I don't say this word now, I will say I once more than call them paternalism. Paternalism now in a sense where in definition now when you depend on somebody where they give you that person and they dictate everything to you. So when we country they run like a that in that kind of definition or that kind of system, you find out say anytime where they do not shut the hand, they do not stop for giving money, we country they go shut down. At the end of the day, anything they do not say now that principle they will they follow. And even in development, any donor will give you money, they dictate on how you they spend a money, and they give you conditions the way now you for follow, because now you want to spend a money. So that's the same thing for we nation as alone. Most times we government in government, I will depend on foreign donors. And waiting they happen when foreign donor give you the money, then it dictates to we. Now that make you see somebody they tell we say this election, if international community say this nine they want, nobody not able for change them nine they follow. Because the international community they spend more money in we election other than we set up as a nation. So if this government still depend per foreign donor, like the world, you see how things they go now the world. Yeah, even America, if you watch now, if I give you this one quick, now even people where they seek asylum now America, that first world safe country agreement where America may sign, they don't put an X to that one day. So you find out say things they change. So you need to continue for depend per donor. Try for create a sustainable economy, a sustainable development goal. So at the end of the day, even if you not get you sustainability where you get now your country, you're able for run with them. But again, for me, now politics I they see this one. Not so today we don't talk to this or we don't they say this in the media. Yeah. The government and this government may campaign say the previous government may get over a bloated wage bill. But when they come, we see say the kind wage bill where they get a triple waiting the previous government may get. So what they happen? More money they go. Now that make NRA they increase tax every year. You see, because the government want money, they get for pay the workers and they get for pay staff them. If the NRA not raise the money, will not pay tax, they're not able for pay people. When they come, so many new ministries, then they don't set up. So many new ministries, them MDAs, the way they don't set up. All them people and they now under the government and they pay them. So at the end of the day, money goes shorting. So if now then they bring this one, I make the next thing when they go past. Now why now? Why now we reach to election? Why they know me don't do them from the way Sierra Leone and them they cry say things strong that people need help or people need development. Why now we left few months to election? So it means that now they want to appease the people and say, oh, see, we don't cut expenditure, self, we not travel again. The president self sometimes he say, no, travel again. You know, but tell us, say the president, they listen. These are all campaign tricks for me. Yeah. The other two I want to talk about, and quick one, you see, I don't mention this, and like I say again, Nigeria, Ghana, Sierra Leone. These are three countries now, I go say West Africa, yes, we change currency, yeah, or we change the money, we downsize or whatever they do with the money. At the peak of this COVID, it's about waiting to happen. Nigeria, they suffer right now economic crisis. Ghana, they suffer economic crisis, including Sierra Leone. So remember what we bring on this platform. You know, let people let God continue for bless you your family, and you know, because you really they create means at which if this government they may get sense. Some of them we program they are then go sit down, then they copy, write the good things the way they say, and even if they want them to go with the nonsense them. But when we talk back now, yeah, When this governor come for make new money, we ask so many questions. Say today we don't know almost they spend for print new money, almost new money then print. We don't know all length here. At the end of the day, now the country they suffer under crisis. So now the country they under serious economic challenge. When you look at the condition of living as alone, it's so difficult. Angry just the increase number every other day. If now the government want for listen, why they not me don't listen from tell way people and they call they say, look, una do this, una do that. Why now way it only a few months to election? Is it for make people and gladdy? The last point I go talk on quick one before I go up the line triple A. Now that of course for me I'm not surprised. Even this, like I may tell you I may say back one time, yeah. From now, say to the election time, say that they declare campaign open, we will see some changes and new things the way we be done they talk all along. Now we see them. You know why? Because they want the vote of the people. Because they know the people has their future, the political future of their life. It in the hands of the people. So anything you say now, they go on for do for appease the people. And so, oh yes, we they do this. But for me, as far as I'm concerned, for this government, if they may get the solution to the economy, then for them implement them before this time. Not to at this time that they come for waiting and call. Let them cut down the wage bill. Therefore, don't do that in the long term. Why they not do them? Why not now? So when the one time we say if they're okay, let's say if they win back, then we'll stop waiting, they don't put to them, we'll revoke them or then we'll continue with them. It just get for revoke, let them enjoy the money. You see, so not just political strive or political way for getting people they vote them. At the end of the day, then change all thing back, they enjoy their life then. The poor people continue for suffer. So for me, not a surprise thing, and like I said, we'll continue for seeing new things them where they come out and now for let them get votes. When they don't get the votes, it don't done. So Sierra Leoneans, they need for be wise, they need for vote wisely, and they're able for make an informed decision. That make us say let God continue for bless this platform because we always they bring information to the people of this nation. Anywhere, any part of it in the world, as long as you connect to this platform, you go get news and you go get current informations. So we need that's the last thing I will say before I drop the line. We were there abroad. Let we continue for call on with people and let them go take them votes as card, let them come out and let them vote massively for the one way they think say will bring change in the nation. If not, this suffering will continue because, like I say, if this government, this regime gets solution to the economy, why then they wait stay to this last minute? Now then they begin to respond to what we don't they say from the time when they start, when they begin to just increase salary, then just they add more people them in the wage bill. At the end of the day, the people and the poor people and they suffer. So for me, that na my own take, not a surprise for me, and it no will ever be a surprise because we know say election day near. Thank you very seriously, Tripoli.
Thank you very much, Alpha.
You're welcome.
Phone line open. They take 5 calls. You get something for add? Phone line open now. Looking at your screen, the numbers then they scroll there. Will they take 5 calls? Looking at the green section of your screen. Now let's see if we don't do well. In the next 5 minutes we left here. We think so, don't do well. Okay. Rock out Umar. Yes, Umar, what you get for me?
Yeah, thank you very much, my brother, for taking the call. I just want to tell the previous speaker them thank you for their submission. To me, now the second ten this will be you don't say the same thing, right? Not to the first ten this. The first, I think we can have been middle of in tenure or the first half of in tenure, right? In say the same thing we in say now. But this time around, it's different because the time we in been say that maybe na the propaganda we in cabal them to go after with regard to waiting the previous regime been left. So now that propaganda didn't go after and then they try for tell the people and say, because now that journalist turned employee now what not been that guy in himself will be always the kind of the news to talk say this government now responsible government if they see things them would not feel say it good for the people they not go, but that done because everybody don't know that side, so they're not gonna for good again. Right now, the way we me they see them, they're not got money no day. So the small money where they need, they talk that all the time. Elections, they cost money. The small money, maybe they don't check out with the finance minister, they don't check out with the bank governor, they don't know how much done they need. They not feel say enough for make them take the people them, they send them around to go and waka waka. What did they go waka for? What did they go waka for again? Where you don't left less than 2 months for or a little bit over 2 months for let people and go vote. Which what you go sell? Because the thing is, a minister then all the travel with them, all travel. They not ever bring anything where Sierra Leone profits from. The Minister of Agriculture not bring, even though we then give money, because we read that. We read the announcement all the time, the amount of money we then give the Minister of Agriculture. We then come, then talk about the things that they can do, then talk about the fish pond, then talk about Toma bomb, then go waste money on tractors them. Where now the same thing the previous government be do back, then go buy beaucoup tractors them where they like today. The 10 where they want left now, the 10 and they will be the even Samura be talker. Now the 10 and they will be there now say some of them tractor and they then take them, then go put them at them backyard them. Can you believe waste? Things that we want to buy on behalf of the nation in money, because we are not able to do anything with it, take them back, we put them on the backyard. Now, in the YSF do the tractor that we then bring, try they will not be see them where some, but I don't know if now in which men they line a bow or kenema, where them they show which side and go pack them, grass all on the grow. So now wasteful people them. They don't waste the one themselves where they give them money, where they give them money. Let me tell you, the world on tranga today, America self the struggle right now. We just Biden here in government, they just a tiptoe, then the firm way for make things look better. The amount of employment to them they expect for the month of March, come out that way. It can load and what them they expect for employ. So then self get a young struggle. So if not then they give, they're not going just to give them more. Because we all know Europe self don't hit the in fact, I don't even know why we now Africa for the crab or Ukraine. Like Europe now they hit more. So then self thin tranga. So this guy, then the way with them they lavish the money, you just mentioned that. We Minister of Tourism. That lady they in the openly waste ministry. That lady they tell me now say they go and build back for them. They go build back for France. They build back for London. They build back for na Italy. One tourist no can salon. What thing they can do? Who side in the pass? Now that new road, who side dirty box there? Side no there for pass because dirty box block the road, who side the tourists they can inside. So itself now a waste. So for make this president they talk say in people let them not travel. What about him? In the travel, in fact, in they get heavy money past them. So this na a fake, it not make any sense. It not going to make any sense. If you don't talk that before, whole water, where people and the talk say na elect me, I continue for say this. Sierra Leone not to a country where they vote for issue. Now we get that. Maybe Ghana don't pick up on that. Maybe some other countries in Africa now we don't join the West where they look issue and vote for issue. Sierra Leone, so many of you say now the saloon people and then the free. They're not non-pandemic party and not respect the people in the salon. They're not even care self. Then no say no more. When time reach for go vote, then go pull all the vote where they need. Na Kenema Bu, Pujau, and Kailaung. The other one, the back, be the same thing. Then no say when time go for go vote, then go pull vote na put loco, Cambia, Bombali, Tonkolili. Because now they didn't get people we not get life, we not get anything else for think. Then just feel say no more. If I not see red, me heart not good. If I not see green, me heart not good. So not to say that how many waiting at the sample of the 7 million where really they pay attention to politics in Sierra Leone or where they pay attention. All man they talk say Tintranga, Tintranga. The whole country, all man they say that. But when they same people and the way they say Tintranga, now you put 4 boxes them, one APC, one SLPP, one another party. Law not just put face, just send them a blank box. But now somebody named it. Give 2 days and go count them boxes and let you find the amount of ballot the way you go meet now the APC and SLPP box. That tells you say they not care about other people. But now the same people who sit down and they cry for say they struggle. So me not feel say now the Sierra Leone people they really afraid or they no one let it not afraid they afraid they no one we people are not then people and they out in Sudan right now. All man don't gear up. All man know which I get for go vote, and then they vote for issues. Even though when they cry for issue, then they cry say light no day, the light to the camp, and they make the guy ice block. The water no day, when they drink good water, then they tell you say we not get good road. Then they tell you say the bridge, this one green bridge now we get na this bridge we picking they don't follow na now we picking they die because this one green bridge now they hold this side and hold that side. They know all that thing and they. But they need to vote for people them. They need to vote the right way. So you know the issue, but you need to vote with issue. So what's in your point? So many of these are the people and afraid they just they make a because right now they not got money. Money not they. Because salon not they do anything triple A. Nothing will need to sell. We need to sell nothing. The only money now where salon they get now through taxes. Nothing else. No zero. Like anybody else where they work for come after me. Make sure we too don't sell this year. I mean, there was something on Facebook the other day. I don't know if that's true. Where they say that lady, woman, will take over na Tanzania, 2021. Tanzania, the economy will be 85 or 60 something billion. Now I don't go up to 86 billion. You see the things that where Magufuli be they do. Where this lady take the footstep. Look what thing they do in Tanzania. We'll not get nothing. We'll not even know how for one thing. Let's say this quick before I go. It just tell like where you get picking will spoil. Triple A, if like where you born you picking there so. If you spoil them to the extent anything where they want, tell where they don't college, tell they don't they on their own still. Now you they pay their rent. Now you they put food in the refrigerator. Now you they do everything. The day where you not there, they need to know what you for do. Now so salon, the salon not sabi do anything again. Because we don't leave unless somebody they give we. So if when people in the whole we hand, I doubt if not to dog it for camp. Because if then people in the whole we are, we will not sabi do anything. We will not sabi do business. We will not sabi make business. And that's no more, my brother. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Umar. You be don't call, no worry. We dey return your call, yeah? You be the call. You know, when you call one thing, just not say you good. Yeah? Just call one thing, we dey return your call. So now we been call, when I expect to call, the phone line don't close, but we dey return calls now to the one that we be don't call we. You be don't call we, you watch na your phone, we dey behind you. Yes, caller, what they talk to?
Yes, people. This is Ayers Bangura from President.
Yes, Bangura. You get 3 minutes, sir.
Yes, sir. How are you, sir?
Good.
God bless you, sir. God bless you. What I want to say is, first off, I want to give a big shout out to my brother Alpha. Everything he spoke on was literally what was going through my mind at this time as I was hearing this conversation. You know, I was late to the conversation, so, you know, I didn't pick up much of it. So I kind of sort of got little bits and pieces, but I kind of pieced some of it together. I think one of the problems that, you know, that we have in Sierra Leone is the fact that the people are not really they're not desensitized to like information, like, and this is a big deal in terms of like what's going on in the economy and what's going on in politics in a grand scheme of things. The last caller mentioned something about how people vote by party lines and they vote due to colors and cultural tribal things. And that's a fact. That's absolutely a fact. But I think most of that is also due to the information that they receive by these politicians. These politicians, it starts with these politicians. And I think to put the blame on the people up front is a disservice to the nation. It's a disservice to the people. It's wrong in every way possible because these people are suffering. So if this politician, this big time politician with big cars and all this money pulls up in the village and lines all of these people up, start dishing them 10,000, 20,000. Now they have 10 Leone, 20 Leone, each of them with a little bit of rice and some of this or whatever, a token, giving them tokens, buying their votes, because they know that these people are starving, they're hungry. Can we blame the people for this? Honestly, like, are we going to blame the nation, these people that don't have any information? Oh my gosh. Freetown, even Freetown, most of the people in Freetown have no idea how the economy works in Sierra Leone. They don't get the information. To just do waiting Papa government say now for do. I don't understand that. And I think we in the diaspora also have to come to an understanding and realize that this is something that is going to always affect our people if we need help. We need to do something. This is not financial. This is more so about realizing and letting them know that, helping them to realize that their full potential, helping them to realize that they're in charge. They're the one that vote these politicians into office. They are the people. They run the country. That's why I get upset sometimes. Sometimes I get on the program and you see, I go back and forth with a lot of people, because, I defend, I defend the people versus the politicians. I come at these politicians because the way I see it is this: like, if you're voted in to an office, you owe service to the people that vote you into that office. This is not an all my own type thing. You understand what I'm saying to you? Like, this is like you are an elected like individual. You're not selected. You're an elected individual. You are voted into office. You work for the people that put you in there because they trust that you'll be able to do the job. I don't care who's in office. And I always say this: I think sometimes people think that I'm APC, I'm one-sided when it comes to this politics thing. First and foremost, I hate politics. I think it's one of the most devilish things on this earth. I'm no saint, but I hate politics. But at the end of the day, that's what this world is, and that's what we do in this world, right? Yes, but me, when it comes to me, before I leave AAA, when it comes to me and this politics thing, I don't care who's in office, as long as you're doing right by the people. Stop terrorizing the people. Stop starving the people. Stop using the people. Stop brutalizing the people. Let's actually be civilized as a nation, and it starts with the leaders. That's what I believe. Thank you very much, AAA. I know I took up too much time.
Thank you.
I appreciate you, sir. Yes, sir. Have a good day.
You too.
Okay, sir. Bye-bye.
If we don't call, we expect we call back, but no new calls, please. We dey return calls now. For the one that we don't call, we check your phone. We dey return your call now. If you don't call, we check your phone.
Sammy Mans.
Yes, caller, what would they talk to, please?
Sammy Mans.
Sammy Mans, you get 3 minutes, sir.
I live in Bola.
Good.
Just one confirmation. Did I hear you say this is a leaked document?
Yes, sir. not to be for
Okay, good.
social media
Public
or
consumption. Yes. Okay, good. So if that is the case, then your assumption also will be a little bit different from previous speakers. Not too different, but just a little bit. Firstly, if it's a leaked document, which means them intention na for pass instruction quietly, just amongst themselves, the cabinet. So in that case, when the documents leak, the work of the information minister and for Fenway forgets himself or the government out of the rock and the hard place. What I mean by the rock and the hard place now, the rock is austerity. Just like within previous speakers and say we I agree with them, but not too much. And the hard place here is why you want the all Monday. So the choice where the minister take, now the hard place, we mean say they want everybody in a grown for help with campaigning, in other words. But he was so clever enough for word them in such a way we go tell Alexi for give technical support, for give technical contributions. They don't need for give technical contribution in this case. No, I don't agree. Because whatever they do na the ministries and they supposed for be in agreement or in alignment with the agenda of the president. So what's in the way you do with the president? The president know everything what they do. And the president no need for going to technicalities when he go campaign at all. He just need for tell you say, I make 10 road, I build 10 school. You don't need for going to the details of that. So I don't see any need for make them day or the not day. So this may want for lean with waiting the minister say, you not get choice. But you got for pick between austerity and campaigning. And he choose the soft spots as in your eyes, which is the campaigning. So the question I will for ask, so when the president say go parent children day, for say the minister they know they work, nobody not get for work in the country. The whole thing about this thing is deception and dishonesty. They're not honest with the people at all. Because there is no way you can tell me, say, you want for control expenditure, where all this while the president when are the number one man, now inaugurate for set example, now the country. It fly any kind way. And not to the thing strong at the wall. If not that, not the excuse people they want for use. Say things strong. Not to today. Since then, come na power 2018, 2019, Ebola, it things stronger from that point. So it's not the excuse they want to give you. It's just dishonesty. Austerity, not talk no more, not talking, but it actually supposed for don't come into play. Therefore, they announce them, but they cannot announce austerity because that's not the toughest point to them things they go find themselves after they don't campaign on austerity against APC. So it's difficult for them, but everything what they see as so, they just want to forget everybody. Now, world on the party thing, now world on the party it, now world on the party mess or whatever it is. Nobody not go on a will free. We all go there so for do the work. That's not the only thing, Missy. That's not the best option in TIC. Thank you very much, bro.
Thank you very much, Sammy. If you don't call me, you're gonna be the next. So watch your phone. No new calls. I know. You'll be don't call now, repeat. Yes, caller, what they talk to, please?
Hi, they talk to concerned citizen from Philadelphia. How do you do, sir?
Not bad, boss. You get 3 minutes.
Yeah, everybody. I'm glad for joining your program today. I don't listen to you from day one. We pray for we country, let God help we, and let God help that country day. But support all the past callers that we don't call, all the views that we don't give. That country, they on life support. They listen to a previous programs then concerning light at that country there because you say you didn't have that side the way they talk so believe you me the problem in that country now God no more longer for intervene. The problem is the compound part themselves. Continuity in that country, now fine. If you don't do that power, you don't rule where other person come. Let it just make sure say the good things them we be don't do if I can't continue. If that happen, it will fine. When they're ready, then they talk say, oh, America, they compare America and Australia. It is far. You know, they compare. Sierra Leone and America. Anything would they be in? I mean, the LISI program where you talk one thing about light. Do be our time, do be our time. Light no day. When a big place, you left the be our time for get light. You go get light na a bow. You go get light na kenema. Don't get me wrong. Na big place, they self need light. But the people them where they work now some of them place and they think most people not get better job at that area and they complain not they. So you feel see people in that area and they to compare to Dubia water, entire Dubia water, light not in the entire place. So it's just so shameful. The government, they on life support, they not just want tell people and say, okay, you know what, now austerity will differ. When the exact thing, why you not be don't control the financial problem of the country, and now you can't say, oh, you know what, nobody enough for travel, but you they travel. Now listen, people not go for listen. The pride that that country we, the Sierra Leone people, majority of we not get pride, we not get self-discipline. You know, turn like that kind of country I was Saudi. Yeah, they see somebody they fail, if they go publicly and say, you know what, I don't fail, I they step down. Because for let a country able to develop, you the leader, now you got to be very honest. You the leader, now you got to have straight. Then the people that follow you, you will get a very good policy. For the people that there around you, they're not the big problem. So that country, they Lord just continue for the pray. The big problem again at that country, people that believe in fetish, voodoos, they believe say if they not do that kind of thing and they mix up the leaders them where they deal at that country. Because if they pray in a discipline, somebody gets religion, you get the discipline and you get the love for your people. Trust me, they know what they do. But any country where believe in fetish, they believe in voodoo, believe say, you know what, I go do this, so I go talk to the president, I go Ebola. They don't mix up the president here. Majority of the people are not believing in reality. They not believe in themselves. That's not the big problem. Because if you believe it's education, yes, education is good. Don't get me wrong. For every country for let develop, education is the number one. But believe in me, the educated people of that country and don't fail that country there. So we just pray that we get a leader we will cancel for that country. There were people in the suffer. The last caller, the only people we don't call and support them. Because of that country, we really get for prayer, and we attitude get for change. What are the role model we will copy from? Say that this person I they copy from. Go Rutai. From Mokanji, Sironko, now two companies that are ready. You get Sira Rutai, that one girl Rutai, they were in the mine. You get Zacom and Elmenite. Then Suronko, the bauxite. Check what in the make with them kind minerals in there. Check from Mokanji to Rutai, 17 miles. The road is bad in type no day. Then they pay office rent. Then they pay tax to the government. What did they go see? They tell where that company they belong small. We will get that crisis. When they left that place there, Watabi they take over some place them. Because where that dredge they work, the way they work. And now say until they don't begin to say dry mining. Because roots are down there from that route they take and assemble. People are not the policy the people they put in place. We're going to the ground, a different thing. I can follow you. Maybe they go around that, I think AAA on the road. It's so shameful where you go around place when they call New York for going to that Yams Farm area. I see, it's just so disgraceful. Better road no day, look the road the whole way bad. So some of you now no more will get to that country there. But really, it's tough. The problem if you see they talk at that country there, but kuti woku. As people they go dig water well. Water no day. Light no day. Good road no day. Hospital facility poor. They compare and out America. Nothing not the way they compare. So we'll just continue for the pray for God intervention. But the difficult way, the problem there's so plenty. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. We come with our last caller. Our last caller this. Yes, caller, what would they talk to?
Yeah, this time more Musa from Maryland.
Well, Musa, you get 3 minutes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. All the thing we get for say about this is we leaders them, especially in Salon, one hygiene not the politics. And I don't they affect we. For there as a leader, you not get the courage for talk to the people them where they above you about your situation in the country. And they act like now you own this country, now what you want for do, now you do. First of all, this country in the this government in the beginning wouldn't kind of power. Inside within that first 1 month, they don't begin talk about the the states at which they meet the country. Like they say nothing was there. The previous governments don't push the government, the country to the worst state. And right there, if you been care for the people of this country, now from there you for don't begin put measures in place. Now there you for don't begin start for restrict movement. Even let's say at that time you want people for the travel, ministers or even yourself. Now there you for don't begin talk say, okay, now we'll go for the flying economy and we'll make sure say some of the embassies then let the ambassadors then prepare accommodations so that we go able to manage the country resources because of how we don't make the country as they've been claimed at that time. You not ever do them. President Bio himself, he don't travel past all the presidents in the world, even the one that we don't serve how many times, because he goes everywhere. One day they not go represent him. President Bill they even go to countries where you know say this country not get anything for offer with. He don't go to places where they not even invite him. And if they are public, nothing was done. Let's say you do that 5, 10 times. From right there, you self for don't begin sit down. But he never did. 24 hours, they spend money per traveling 24 hours. Say you don't clock you 5 years. At this point, just few days to election, you dey pull down the. It's a shame. Then even now mock self to the people of this country in any way how you look at them. You not start for all people accountable when then they na power. You wait say when a time done. Say when I don't clock the time. Now they tell you want to tell people and say no go outside for can't tell people thank you or let the media. So they all the hide by the media, waiting you don't do. So man, no one for even appear before the media. So to me, this is not for the people of this country. Not for the people of the country. One, now because they no say, now they all don't eat the money. So now some people no want for even show interest in the election process because they know say some man already don't know say don't fuck up. The next one, whether they win or not, they're not going for see space. So the one begin go out and reorganize themselves for settle. Now it stop them for let them not go. Or the country we know say nothing not again. So the little way they, instead of now, because for each one person where they travel, we know the amount of millions of dollars where they spend. So now they don't want to spend on the penalty again. They want to put some campaign because the country not get nothing. The president is a shame because he don't talk a lot about the previous government. Say them go to austerity. He not get the moral courage for tell the people and say we not get anything. Even where we know say nothing not it, but he not get the mind. He not get the courage. He just stand more like where you dey overseer, you get people the way they send money so that they lie by you about project and over because you know did it. The way you go now, you go see nothing. And now so the government dey. Something pass where another government come, and they tell we go know the danger at which we can't give it. So this not for the people, and it just do this because he want for save some money for the election. And afterwards, nobody right now, no country, even the international community, we want for help. We don't get anything for at this point where they show for offer with country. They're not going to for loan anybody right now because they know see this is election time. They already knew that even the money they would have done they give to we countries, then they are not putting them in good use. So why them for even give money to anybody right now? They go already they go overseas now for go bigger. So they know now say nobody not go for end up for give them money. So now make them pull press release say, oh, nobody not for go out. Then nobody use them personal money. Now the same government money them be they use for go for them personal vacations and everything. Till they wreck the country. Now nobody not go for go give them money. So definitely that now another way for tell them say low all so and campaign. Say after election they leave Tamba. We know say after election people get for begin go out. Besides, you can't stop people not for go on official duty. That's enough for the country, not for you. Anything we get for concern the country, you go only tell them say low use economy, but you can't tell them if you have something we get for better the country. You can't stop them not for go. You go tell them say okay seminars now or all this will not fund them, will not do them, now will not hold them. Let's see how they minimize. But as long the government they run, people get right for go on official trips. you go only minimize the expenditure and the money where you give them for go. But if not something not for the country, that is not for you. It's for the people of the country. You can't stop them because even himself, if he says so, then you should not go as well. Salon just rely on donors from international. So why do you have to even stop people? Thank you very much for that.
Thank you very much, Murray. Murray say they never represent President Bill. No, the First Lady don't represent President Bill. Now the Queen in funeral. If you remember, eh? So they don't represent. And this one Murray the talk say, okay, Lord left that one day. Anyway, but for that side, representation don't take place. Jonathan Goodrich, welcome. Jonathan, they ask if we're still there. Papaya? We there. And I left with the left shoe. Okay. But the left now. Today, we will talk about nobody enough of fly again. Now, I make the minister say, now on a case-to-case basis, we more the time for say, you know, go stop us in unofficial business. You remember back where he say, the Bank of Sierra Leone, NRA, then they write down at DC. He say even when they come back, maybe other group get for go. When it come to money, I talk and I say, even the Minister of Education and the President in Landing Boy. So that one day, you know, mix party so. When the Minister of Information they talk, he say they. You know, they say we. You know, called safe. Okay. But we'll go there tomorrow. Yeah? Now they do things now.